In police forces across America, use of force has always been a critical concern. While officers are highly trained in the use of pepper spray, tasers, and firearms, the reality of modern police work is that most incidents involve hands-on use of force. Statistics show that the lower an officer's skill level, the higher the chance an officer will panic and use more force than necessary, or freeze and use less. In order to offer advanced hand-to-hand training to officers, the O'Fallon Police Department has constructed a purpose-built 2,000 square foot training area in consultation with defensive tactics experts and external martial artists.
Our purpose for this room and designing it the way that we did was to give us as many options in the future as possible. So the size of this room is such that if we wanted to bring in any professional trainer, this room is large enough to allow them to come here. There are minimum size requirements to bring those types of classes to any facility, and we exceed that here. So there is pretty much any possible training we want or we would like to bring here to teach our officers. This room can receive that. The intent of this room is to be used anytime, on duty, off duty. If anytime we can get somebody in here to get some hands-on training and get that time in is what we wanted to have available. And that's the other purpose of this room, is this is always open to us.
This state-of-the-art facility is being paired with world-class training programs to give officers the skills and experience necessary to effectively control resisting subjects.
The reality of what we deal with are people that are having overdoses, and they're not necessarily trying to fight you. They don't want to go in handcuffs, and they don't want to allow you to have voluntary compliance. And our previous styles really don't have anything to actually deal with the reality of what we do out here. We want to put officers in positions where not only they can become dominant, but if they're put on the ground and they're stuck in a defensive position, they're able to fight effectively in any position. You're familiar and comfortable with the position and how to fight out of it. You become more effective overall. Stress is reduced and officer-involved injuries and suspect injuries decrease.
And this facility was also made possible thanks to the funds raised by O'Fallon's use tax. This is another example of how the O'Fallon Police Department and the City of O'Fallon are ahead of the curve when it comes to training and providing the best possible service to our citizens.
They funded us with this room, with training, with equipment, because they expect us to be at a higher level. And we're going to meet that higher level by being trained in verbal and physical skills, but with dealing with the 80% of the reality of what we do out here. And that's the overall purpose of this program, is to serve the citizens of the city better.
I'm trying to fall back down, right? And then I pulled myself right into a guard because I didn't land that other leg first with keeping pressure down.